how to become more masculine in today's feminized world. And listen, it's not a secret. We're seeing this play out right now, especially in the 21st century, because we have so many things at our fingertips, from these phones, the internet, that is able to give us almost instant pleasure, instant rushes of dopamine. And aside from even just the phones, like, there's other things out there that we could buy relatively easily that can give us that instant pleasure that we don't have to work towards. So it's causing us to become more feminized as opposed to more masculine. So here's 7 ways that you can become more masculine in today's society. So starting off with number 1, take action and make a plan. Make a plan for something in your life. It doesn't need to be a perfect, precise plan on how you want your life to be, but you need to kind of make somewhat of a blueprint, somewhat of a plan that you can then take action on. It's really more important on taking action, because you can spend all your time planning on something, whether that's career-wise, whether that's entrepreneur-wise, maybe you're working on a project, maybe you're writing a book, I don't know what it is. Make a plan on it, but primarily take action, because you could sit there days, weeks on end and just keep trying to make a perfect plan. It doesn't really matter if you're not taking action on it. So you want to make a plan and you want to take action. And hopefully it's something that you actually care about, which gives you that motivation to stay disciplined on it as time goes by. So the second thing, in order to become a high value man, in order to become more masculine, is we have to cut out some of those bad habits. And if I'm talking to you as a man, you know what that is. It's number 1, probably one of the most detrimental bad habits is watching porn, especially since we have these phones, especially since we can access any sort of information, any sort of video as we wish, instantaneously. So you want to work on trying to stop watching porn. If you're someone that does. If you're not, great. You're already taking the first step in taking back your manhood and becoming more masculine. Other bad habits include, drinking in excess, smoking, and that could be smoking, cigarettes, that could be smoking, weed, whatever it is. You know the bad habits that you have in your life. You know the things that you need to work on. You don't have to be perfect at it, again, because I'm not perfect. You don't have to be perfect at it. You just need to become more conscious of what's the bad habits that are holding you back and how can you move forward and cut them out. And you could do that at your own pace. But again, that brings us back to number 1, which is just take action on it. Try every day. So that's going to lead us into the third step on how to become more masculine. That would be creating good habits. One of the most easiest good habits, which ironically can be the most uncomfortable or hardest good habits, is going to the gym, working on yourself, working out, trying to build muscle. Maybe you want to build some endurance, some stamina. Maybe you don't want to build muscle, but you'd like to run. Work out. Work on yourself. That not only is going to help increase your testosterone, help increase you physically, but it's also going to help increase you mentally so that you're able to become more focused and more disciplined. By disciplining yourself physically, you're actually disciplining yourself more mentally by staying and sticking to a certain plan that you have. Maybe you like to read. Okay, maybe you can't work out. Okay, and that's fine. Maybe you're just unable to do that. That's fine. Read. If you could watch this video, you could read. Learn something new. You don't have to be physically dominant in order to be a high value man, in order to be a more masculine man. That's important because we're all born into different sized bodies with different limits, different capabilities, and it's important to overcome those limits and capabilities, but you can also adapt. So you don't always have to work out. You can read, you can learn, you can start taking in new information. And again, we could turn that something that's bad into something that's good. The bad being we can access any sort of information on our phones as we wish, bad things, but you could also access good information, things you want to read up on, things you want to learn about to help you become better. That's something you need to go in on your own journey about and figure out what is something that you'd like to learn more about, what's something that you'd like to get better about. The fourth step is a very important step: eating well, possibly taking supplements, starting to put things inside of your body that are actually going to help you out. So I would suggest, if you are going to be going to the gym, even if you don't, you definitely want to start eating more protein. Eating higher protein is actually more valuable to your body. It'll help you cut out eating processed junk food, and your body will become more nourished and will actually be more satiated with higher amounts of protein in your diet. So you won't be looking to substitute it for more carbs or more processed food or even junk food. So eat a little better, and if you can, speak to your doctor, see what supplements might be good for you. I personally take not that many supplements, but just a couple of different ones that I would prefer, that I'm just testing out, along with, making sure that it's good for me, make sure that it's safe for me, learning about them, researching about them, and if need be, asking my doctor about it. So that would be the fourth step: eating well and or taking supplements. Now that leads us to the fifth step on how to become more masculine, how to be a high value man. The fifth step would be groom yourself. You don't have to look pristine. You don't have to, trim yourself to the ultimate sharpness of looks, but definitely just brush up on yourself. Definitely just trim yourself. Get a nice haircut. Maybe do a little bit of your eyebrows. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Shave your beard, trim it up. Just start to groom yourself every now and then. Be a little more presentable, because actually your first impression, the way you look to people, that's actually going to dictate what they think about you. That's actually going to dictate their mentality of what kind of person you are. And you don't need to manipulate people into thinking you're somebody you're not, but it's always better to make a better impression. Come off as a stronger person. I mean, that's why you're watching this video. That's why we want to become more masculine. We want to lead with confidence. So you might as well look like someone who has confidence. Groom yourself. The sixth step on becoming a high-value masculine man actually leads back to what I was saying before. It's not always about something physical about you. It's not always about, trying to dominate. The sixth step is helping others. That's actually a very important, strong quality in a man, because when you're looking out for others, it shows that you're confident in yourself. It shows that you're more secure in yourself, that you're actually able to go out there, protect people, help people, whatever that looks like. Whether that's donating to charity, whether that's actually helping charity, whether that's actually helping people around you, building relationships, reforming some relationships with people, being the bigger person, and just spreading out that love, because that's actually very important. When you're actually able to get over your ego and to get out there and actually love, that's a very important thing. So that leads me into the final and seventh step on how to become a more masculine man. And who is more masculine than a man that's able to drop his own ego and love other people, even though they may not reciprocate that back to you? That leads me into the seventh step, which is, again, believing in God. And I personally believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, a very masculine man who was actually able to lay down his life and to love other people, even though they did not reciprocate that back to him. He was able to do that, and he was able to save us. So believing in God, for me, has helped transform me into actually taking steps, taking these actions, because with God, he was able to help supernaturally transform me, supernaturally help me in mind and spirit by praying, by talking to him. What are some things that I need to cut out of my life? What are some things that I need to work on in my life? And God is able to help you. He's able to take his time with you. He's able to care about you when you feel like nobody else cares about you. And he is your rock when you want to be someone who is strong in the world. When you want to be strong for other people, you need someone to be strong for you. And who else is better to be stronger for you than God himself, than Jesus Christ himself? Somebody who is strong enough to take on the whole burdens of the world. He can take on your burdens. He can help transform you. He can help you be a high-value man, a more masculine man, biblically. So that is it for this video. I hope that it truly helped you in some way, some shape, some form. If you like these videos that I've been posting, I would appreciate it if you click that like button below. If you're not subscribed already, I would greatly appreciate it if you did click that subscribe button. But as always, God bless you in Jesus' powerful name, and I will see you in the next video.